All right, let's dive right into B4XDaisySwap. If you're building apps in the B4X world, you know that the little details can make all the difference. Today, we're going to look at a component that proves even a simple toggle switch can be a serious powerhouse for creating modern, dynamic, and just plain cool user experiences.
Okay, so think about it. We use toggle switches all the time, right? They're everywhere. But in today's world of super expressive and interactive design, is a basic on-off state really cutting it anymore? What if that little switch could do so much more?
Well, first things first, any good component has to get the basics right. So yeah, of course, it can smoothly swap between simple text states like on and off, but that's just the starting line.
But here's where it gets really interesting when you go beyond just text. Imagine rotating between icons, giving you this awesome fluid animation for switching, say, a theme from light mode to dark mode.
Or get this, you can even have it flip between expressive emojis. Now you're not just changing a setting, you're injecting actual personality and fun right into your UI. That's the kind of thing that makes an experience memorable.
So what is this magic component? It's B4XDaisySwap. And at its heart, it's a single solution that works across B4A, B4I, and B4J. It's built to take a basic switch and turn it into this dynamic, content-rich element that handles all these different scenarios and a whole lot more.
You know, the real magic here is all about the types of content it can handle. This isn't just about flipping a true or false value in your code. It's about visually swapping out the entire look of that state.
And you get to pick what kind of content you want using the swap type property. Right out of the box, it supports text, SVG for those crisp vector icons, or even avatar for user images. That's some serious flexibility.
And the best part? Check this out. It's a designer property. That means you can set this up directly in the B4X Visual Designer with a simple drop-down menu. You don't even have to write a line of code for the basic setup. It just works.
So, let's say you're building a mute button. Easy. You can have it swap between two different SVG icons. You just set the off state to your muted icon and the on state to the volume icon, just like in the demo. The user gets that clear, instant visual feedback.
Okay, so showing different content is one thing, but adding that smooth motion, that's where this component really starts to shine. Let's look at the animations that give it that polished, professional feel. So, to make those transitions pop, you've got two built-in styles you can play with, right in the swap style property. You can go with rotate for a nice subtle turn, or flip for a much more dramatic card flipping effect.
That rotate style? It's perfect for those classic UI patterns we all know and love. Think about a hamburger menu icon that just elegantly rotates to become a close X when you tap it. It's a clean, intuitive interaction that feels right at home in any modern app.
Now, the flip style, that gives you something totally different. It's much more dramatic and tactile, like you're actually flipping a physical card over. It's such a clear and satisfying cue to the user that something has definitely changed.
And you know, with any great animation, timing is everything. The default is a pretty quick 200 milliseconds, which feels really responsive, but you have total control here. You can tweak the animation MS property to make it faster or slower to make sure it perfectly fits the vibe of your app.
All right, you've got your content, you've got your animation, but how do you make it actually look like it belongs in your app's design? This is where a really smart, modern approach to styling comes into play.
Well, this is where it gets really clever. It uses Tailwind-style tokens for sizing and theme variants for color. This gives you this incredible level of control with really simple properties. You can set width and height with tokens, and even use theme names like success for your colors.
And if you look at the source, you can see just how simple this is. Properties like text size are designed to use those familiar tokens you already know, like text small or text large, or even a massive text 9XL if you're using an emoji. It makes styling super fast and consistent.
So, let's pull all this together. When you combine the flexible content, the built-in animations, and this token-based styling, what have we actually got here? What you end up with is this single, super elegant solution. It's versatile enough for text, SVGs, or avatars. It's got animation baked right in, it's highly customizable, and it works everywhere in the B4X platform. At the end of the day, it means you can write less code and get a way more stylish and interactive result.
And you know, this kind of gets to the core of what makes an app feel truly great.
It's tools like B4XDaisySwap that let developers easily build those polished, thoughtful little moments that really separate a good app from a great one. It's about mastering the small details. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. How could swapping out just one of your standard toggles with a dynamic, well-designed component like this one raise the quality, the personality, and the whole feel of your next application?